Good morning, good morning. It's 10:36. It's Dirty Trucking here in Detroit. Um, Making this video, I just want to say a thank you again to all my followers, um, commenters who reached out into their pocket and contributed to my GoFundMe page to try to help me with this unfortunate situation I'm in trying to help me not lose my apartment and end up in the streets. So far, I was shocked at what I've received. I am grateful and thankful for what I have received, and I thank you all so very much. Um, but I'm still a long way from rent and the job, well, not say job search, but scrolling to see what kind of work I can get at this point. It's not looking good for my experience and what they're offering. The best work for me was the ride share. And the only reason I'm not able to do that now is because I'm on a do not rent list and can't get a car from Hertz Rental Car. And it's still being investigated, those charges. The other rental service they use, which is Avis, yeah, you're never able to get a car there. I looked up the other day and they had one that came in. It was an electric car. I don't want to fool with those, but I can't be picky. But I didn't have the money to cover the rental fee. I grabbed my something out of my apartment I was going to go sell, and with the little cash I had on me and the few little dollars I still had in the bank, unfortunately I fell short on that, and then they upped their price range for the rental car. They're going outside the terms of what Uber had said the rental car is supposed to cost, and added additional charges in there. If they hadn't have done that, the money I had, it would have took everything I had, but I would have looked up and had an electric car and could have been going. But that's what happened when you deal with businesses that's doing their own thing outside of what was a negotiated price between Uber and them. So I didn't have the money. So I am grateful again. I am thankful and very appreciative that so many of you dug into your pockets. Even the one with the smart remark that he donated for a Happy Meal. I thank you. The situation hasn't changed. This would have been prime earning time for me right now because the NFL draft is here in Detroit. This is the last week. This is the second day. It's 3 days. It started yesterday. I can't attend. I had a pass to attend. I can't attend. I can't rake up in the money doing Uber because I have no rental car. And people just don't realize. Well, they do realize. They just do it to cause problems. But they need to start realizing what your errors and your scams and your deceit and it just being evil does to the people you're doing it to. All because of what Hertz did. I'm sitting up here in jeopardy of losing my apartment. Why am I looking for a job? I'm still with Uber. I have no car. They waiting on me to put a car on there and I can get going. I can't get a car. All because of Hertz rental car. I'm about to lose everything I own. And I'm sitting here. And I think I don't know. I think I done accepted the fact of what I'm about to go through. Because I can't get the rent. Now, mind you, the donations, we almost there. I'm almost there. And I'm very grateful. Well, even if I don't get the rent, at least I know I won't starve. Man, I have money to get a bus ticket. I don't even know where I would go. But if I get evicted, I know it's a process. But I'm living in, these are luxury apartment towers here. And they process goals like clockwork. Rent due on the 1st, late after the 3rd. After the 3rd, there's a $75 late fee assessed on it, which is going to be more money, which is Hertz has been costing me since they've been in Uber, particularly, it's been costing me with their bullshit. These $75 late fees onto the rent. After that, I got so many days after that to get the rent in before they file it, take my file and take it over to court. And we get court papers, and then there'll be a court date set. So here it goes like clockwork. So I already know the procedure. I've been put in it once before due to an employment issue. I got work and managed to get the rent all caught up and had been doing good ever since until I decided to retire out of trucking and use rideshare for my retirement. And the same nonsense is going on in that industry. So this is a thank you video for everything, every last one of you that donated to my GoFundMe, and a future thank you and an early thank you for anybody that is thinking about or about to or contemplating donating to help me out this situation. I got to get the rent paid, and I can't find no kind of job that's going to give me, there's no job that exists that right now I can take that's going to give me any kind of cash advance that I'm going to need to even try to get me out of this situation. It's just not. At this point in time in the process with the investigation between the state attorney general and the Better Business Bureau, it's just lengthy. The state attorney general said they've sent them notification. They waiting on a response, but they got 30 days. 30 days, I'll be in the street. I could be in the street or have papers telling me you need to go ahead and throw everything out of here and get your ass up out of here. So I'm trying to avoid that. Thanks to a commenter suggesting that I start the GoFundMe. Thank you again for making that suggestion. Otherwise, well, I'm just sitting here waiting to what's going to happen. I've exhausted everything. This is not the time where I can go, this happened to me, and I can go fall back on trucking. That was back my 40s, late 30s. I can do that. Go past a physical, jump on a truck, get some money coming in, fix this real quick. I can't do that now. I'm 53. They are already trying to diagnose me with high blood pressure out there, reducing my physicals. Then all of a sudden, this sudden weight gain last year, right before I went on my cruise. There's no way in hell I'm going to pass the physical. But I'm not going back to trucking anyway. It was too stressful. And that's probably led to what they were using to claim I had high blood pressure. Trucking is too stressful. I thought rideshare was my go-to retirement job. Just ride around, relaxed environment, playing jazz, picking people up, taking me back to my original days of how I got into the CDL, driving the bus for Smart. And then it turned this into some damn, you got to fight for your job, fight for the equipment to run your job. See, this is be a different story if I had my own car. I wouldn't be going through none of this as far as having a car to get going. I'd probably be still dealing with the lies from the riders, because I don't know if y'all are aware of that before I end up turning in the car. 2 more complaints had come in. One was from a third party that told Uber that I had somebody riding in the car with me. And I didn't. I don't ride anybody in the car with me. I don't even front seat ride anymore after they accused me of what they accused me of back in February. The incident before that, a rider left a comment to Uber that my profile picture didn't match my account. This is the stuff I was dealing with. They were trying to get me permanently deactivated. They were successful in doing that back in February, getting me deactivated to investigate some nonsense that if they had compensated me for what they did, this might not be the situation it is now. That was 6 days of my income. Money I could have made because of what they did. Then they turned around a couple of weeks later. I was down for 2 days because of something somebody said. And it just kept going. So I'm sitting here praying I don't lose my apartment. Thinking about if it comes to that, what am I going to pack into that suitcase that I took on my cruise, which would be the only belongings I have when I'm out of here? What are my belongings that I'm going to pick that is priority to keep? Couple items of clothing. I really ain't got no shoes. That's how bad it was. I don't even have gym shoes. I'm walking around in flip-flops. I was able to buy some boots to manage through the winter. I don't have gym shoes. They put all this weight on me. I can't even barely buy. I can't buy clothes anymore. The clothes I just bought are tight on me. This is what they do. When they set out to target you, this is what they do, and they do a thorough job. These people need to stop. Because I'm sitting here about to lose my apartment. The rest of the world is going on about their business. I'm looking at everybody on TV, looking at everybody enjoy the NFL draft. See some of my high school classmates posting pictures they down at the draft. Everybody's life is going on as normal. But do you know how embarrassing this is? To be sitting up here in my apartment, knowing that my rent next month, my rent is paid up until the end of this month. It's next month. You know how embarrassing that is, knowing that I have no income coming in. I've only left this apartment one time, and that was to go back out to the rental location in hopes that they had removed my name off the do not rent list and was able to get a car. But I was unsuccessful. I had enough to cover that rental. But when I went to Avis and they started adding on their own other fees that is not notated in Uber, when they said they had an electric car that just came in and I needed to get there within an hour, I called my son. I was on it. I grabbed my handgun that I purchased for my protection and was going to take it back to the location I bought it from and sell it back. But they were going to sell it back, buy it back at a much reduced cost. But the money I would have got off of it with the money I thought I had enough to cover the rental car until they told me all 8 rental cars was one price and I didn't have enough. So I'm just sitting here. The only way out of this, immediate money, I got to get a car. Otherwise, I'm just preparing myself for the worst. I got to be realistic here. I don't have no money coming in. And if it wasn't for these donations, all I would have had left was $20-something in the bank. And this little cash I have on hand here in my purse, which is less than $100. And that's for food. Luckily, this building has a convenience store in here where I can get some items because I'm not walking anywhere. Because they done put this weight on me. I feel fatigue walking. I'm not going to go from riding in the car to walking and back on the bus again. I just can't do it. And I feel fatigue walking because of this weight they put on me. This shit has affected my health. It's affected me mentally, but I'm still strong. I don't care what they do to me. However they come at me with their attacks, I'm still going to stand strong, whatever happens. So this is Dirty Trucking, just giving you an update. I just threw some clothes on to go downstairs to get some eggs and stuff to make me some breakfast. Because I really don't have no food. It's a day-by-day thing here. And if you don't believe me, you can see my fridge. I just ordered Domino's. I had to pay for a delivery because I got some free coupons from Uber Eats to where I was able to get some food free. But this is my fridge. This is all I got. This is what I got. And I can't go anywhere to put food in the fridge. So this is a day-by-day thing. So I'm dealing with it. It's okay. And, you know, this is the way it is. It's the way it is. And to get this weight off, I really need this fridge like this anyway. It's the freezer. I done ate everything. I done cooked everything out of here. Out the freezer. That's it. So I'm just letting you know my situation. I don't get on here and lie about my situation. These commenters, then, like I said, these commenters like to get on here when you in your worst position and just talk cruel. They like to be cruel, talking about I caused this. How did I? That's the question. Every time they say that, you caused this, you responsible. But how am I responsible? I didn't create a pop-up bill. They did. How am I responsible for this? I was on auto pay. I've been paying them ever since I had the car. On point. That's why this makes no sense. I've had that car since August. And now you talking about I owe $140? That's bullshit. They did it deliberate. And they knew what it was going to cause. And they probably all just sitting around. That's why, and then they like to stall when I'm job hunting or to get things resolved. It's going to take a couple of weeks, 30 days. They know in a couple of weeks or 30 days, it's going to be the first again. They just all sitting around waiting and watching. If I lose my apartment, if I end evicted because of this shit, somebody better be held accountable for this goddamn shit. I'm not going to keep going through this. I just went through it when I got the rental car back in August from the other trucking company I was with because I complained about the proper placement of hazmat stickers that would have got the company fined. They decided to let me go. I said, you would have got fined for that. I would have got in trouble for that. And if the rail yard would have got fined, the company would have blamed me for that and let me go anyway. Because they would have told me, you know what they would have said? You knew they were in the wrong place in the first place. No, then I would have said, no, you let that safety guy talk you into letting them put it wherever they wanted to. But you let me go when I complained about having to haul that container. Or calling OSHA to tell them to get a safe ladder so I can get up there and put it on there myself. And I won't have to be bothered with you all. No, they decided to let me go for that. Stuff I had a legitimate right to complain about. They keep those individuals employed on the job that are doing stuff that causes problems for the company, causes the company's fines, making decisions that causes the company fines, loses their drivers, loses their workers, all this other nonsense. They keep those people employed, like the customer service reps that was lying to me, the individuals that created this pop-up bill. Those individuals keeps their jobs. The good worker like me with the experience, the knowledge, the know-how that does an exceptional job, I end up sitting up here with no money, in jeopardy of losing my goddamn apartment and what little shit I even own. It may end up in the street. The laws around here is fucking twisted. Because this is sick. This is horrific. There's no excuse for this shit. Except I'm dealing with some dirty people scamming and doing dirty shit. Just like today, I'm trying to call the state attorney general. Told you I've been dealing with a hacker. I'm getting messages all day that I've reached the state attorney general's office after business hours. 2 messages a day. It's 10:55 now. They are open. They are open. Now I called for the 3rd time, finally get a guy. I told him to transfer me to the agent handling one of my cases. The phone hung up. Then when I call back, I get the message again. Now, I don't know if he hung the phone up or it's this hacker hanging the phone up. Even when I was talking to the police, the phone would hang up. This is what this hacker's doing. He's in my phone. Whoever it is in my phone, watching everything I do, watching me make this video, reading my email, my text messages, everything I'm searching for to help myself out this situation. This hacker is in my motherfucking phone. He's in my life. He was in my job. And it caused this whole situation. And I'm sitting up here fighting to save my apartment. You know how embarrassing that is to be walking. This is a luxury motherfucking building. This rent here ain't steep. It ain't cheap. But I've been here. This is the end of my second year here. I thought it was a good thing moving in here. Till they started that illegal entry. Same shit was happening. Then they switched my journal. They probably down there waiting for me to get thrown in the street. Probably already planning to get the tour so they can lease my apartment. I'm gonna be in the streets. When the fuck I'm gonna go? You can't get no shelter these days. That's my current situation. I'm just keeping y'all updated. So once again, thank you all you gracious donors. I appreciate every last donation I receive. You are a big help. I mean, even if I don't get the rent, at least I won't starve to death. And I have some type of money to where if I had to get somewhere, if for a hotel for a week, I can at least do that. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. And I love you all. Stay tuned to see what happens. I'm still trying to figure out a way out of this. Dirty Trucking out.